Yay.
There we go.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi.
Hello, people of the world who are live streaming now. Just waiting for more people to get in, and I'm going to switch my computer screen to what I'm going to be working on today.
Is it one of the things that were supposed to be released soon? Oh, storyboards. Right.
Yep. I'm working on one of the scenes that's not really vitally important to the episode, so it's not much of a spoiler. And plus, I doubt they'll be able to tell what I'm drawing as I'm sketching it.
Well, at least Tucket and Exes have been casted. Thanks to casting.
They have finally been casted.
I was cast as Vexus.
Mm-hmm.
Was casted as Tuck, so about time.
Yeah. There we go. Just checking the comments. Just waiting for people to come here. And yeah, just ask away your questions in the comment stream as we're working here. So I'll be keeping an eye on it here on the side. Why is my computer lagging so much? Oh, you know what? That's fine.
We interrupt. This is a message.
Whoa, that's loud. That's very loud.
Damn, that is. I don't right now.
The password isn't Fidelio.
I hear that Queen Vexus is with us.
That's me.
I would like to speak with her.
The Dank Raisin has asked, "Or Brother Tuck gay?" Oh no! They are
Definitely not Brad. He's kind of a womanizer, isn't he? Right. Well, not really. He's a failed womanizer. Every time he tries, he gets slapped in the face or something. That's the humor of it. Tuck, I don't think he's too young to be concerned about stuff like dating. I don't know what he is. He's too young.
He's just a kid.
Yeah, he's just a kid.
Possibly.
Here's a good question from Dylan Wisternbach. Is the Teenage Robot rebooted project coming out next year?
I can't say a release date. I really can't, but we're really working hard on it. If I can just get this perspective line going.
Whirly Hedgehog is asking who is going to be the voice for XJ9, aka Jenny.
She has been casted. I don't know if she wants to be publicly known about it yet, but she has been casted, and I think she's recorded about half the season so far.
There's 4 scripts to go for, and that's only like 4 scripts left from us. Including one big season finale.
You're kind of breaking up, but I think I know what you're saying.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Your drawing is impressive. Rob Renzetti will be happy about this.
Well,
true.
Can there be references to Arnold Schwarzenegger? Maybe.
No, this is My Life's Teenage Robot related only.
Terminator.
Well, I do remember there was once. I did remember seeing a video on YouTube called "Jenny versus the Terminator," but it's since have been removed. Oh yeah, Grove Street. There actually is a mod to Grand Theft Auto San Andreas that actually turns You can turn CJ into a Jenny. Actually, all we had to do was follow the damn train, Jenny.
Yeah, there were some mods in there as well that puts other characters from SpongeBob to Winnie the Pooh using the Kingdom Hearts model of Pooh and Tigger and the others, and putting them into.
If you want to be involved with this project, go to teenagerobotrebooted.com and then audition today. If you're wait, translations?
Yeah, there's like people wanted to ask about translations, and I don't know if we're actually going to do that.
Well, the most I think we're going to be able to do, I don't think we're going to be able to do any audio dubs. That's going to be, that's not going to, we can't really do that, but
I don't know.
There's about 4 of us. I think there's about
with questions
who vaguely speak a different language, and I think of those 4, I think only 2 of them are fluent. So and then we'd have to find people who can act in that language and and speak it well, and that'd be just a headache. But we could probably open the door for like subtitle translations.
Yes, that's exactly what he was about to ask as well, like subtitles. And here's a question from Andren Lopez. Jason Griston. Sorry. About how far would you say the show is done? 40%?
Depends on what you're basing on that percentage on. Because it's not a gauge of, we're not going episode to episode, and we're not completing.
Awesome. We're not completing. Jenny turns into Chun-Li. Ooh, that'd be awesome.
We're not completing episodes, in the sense of like completing episode 1 and then going to episode 2 and then episode 3 and episode 4. We're all working on these episodes at the same time. So when we release them, there's not going to be like giant months in between of inactivity. It's going to be more of a weekly thing when we finally get these things out there. So we're currently getting into the storyboard process. As you can see here, I'm drawing a Vexus silhouette.
Yeah, Christian here. Thanks. Let's thank the heavens that Vexus has finally been cast. Thanks to Christian right here.
Yeah.
Attack the flesh lover.
Yeah, there you go.
Why have you come here, though?
He's a newcomer, so he doesn't.
Dang it.
Well, he does know, but I think.
What's up?
Nothing.
Sam is questioning why Christian.
Oh my gosh, Vexus. No, it was like acting. It's acting.
Yeah, Kenny McCormick. Kenny. No.
Oh yeah. Vexus.
Yeah. Robin said he knows about the series. Yeah. We don't.
Our friend of Mario stated this. Is Vexus still Jesus?
No.
Maybe.
He's like Stalin.
Vexus is still Jesus.
No, it is not.
That's a reference. That's a reference to an old joke for those who don't get it. That's
what we did is
a long time ago. Someone has a conversation about Vexus, and it was a joke that
it was like
Vexus is 2,000 years old. Vexus looks Egyptian. Vexus is there's another thing that
I actually thought it was an autocorrect error.
Vexus has a halo over her head. Is Vexus Jesus? Oh, and then what started the conversation was someone was writing a message with Vexus, like saying Vexus did something, and auto-corrected it to Jesus.
Oh my god, you're not even listening. That
was the thing.
You know, you could just use the paint bucket tool.
Nope, it creates really stupid particles that I really hate. It's better to brush.
I agree.
Because when you use the paint bucket tool, it leaves behind residue on the sides. Not much of a problem if you want to do something really quick, but I want this to look nice. I can show you what I mean in a minute. Draw that circle, and I go to paint bucket. You can see the line that the paint bucket did. That's because the brush has a little bit of a fade effect to it, and the paint bucket tool doesn't like to clean that up.
You missed a spot.
Yeah. I want to add more detail to this, but it's hard to add detail to a silhouette.
Daughter Vexus, maybe a human, really?
Let's see.
You really daughter for Vexus? It's Vega.
Yes, I've seen Escape to Cluster Prime.
Yeah.
Well, I'm kind of behind on.
I've seen the whole. I've done the whole series. Now let me turn on the light in here.
Oh, it looks much better.
There's a lot of reference questions. If I don't know about specific references, but there's plenty of in the series right now, as it stands. There's plenty of references to other shows and stuff, but they're tasteful references. They're not like. A long time ago, we made a rule about references. I mean, yeah, they were okay, but they had to fit in the context of the story. Like,
yeah, that's what I meant. You gotta fit it in.
It couldn't just be random, like, oh, look, it's Sonic, or something like that. It had to fit in the context of the story, so it doesn't. So the joke or the reference makes sense, even though someone might not get it. And number two. It couldn't be the reference couldn't be in a place that was an emotional impact, because that takes you out of the moment. So there's going to be a few references. Can't really go. There's too many to count. I don't go into what's being referenced and what's not. But there's plenty of references.
Oh my God.
All right, how do I give this thing more detail without compromising the silhouette?
Oh my gosh, I love doing in the chat box.
I want everything about my house. Oh,
how many? Haiti and Lopez asked how many new villains will there be? Off the top of my head, there's 4, and then there's 5, 6, 7-ish. I don't know if that really counts, but I guess it's new.
Here's a good one. Oh yeah, actually, will there be an episode where Jenny gets a car? Well, we were planning to do that at one point early on. However, we decided to toss that idea out due to the fact
that was the day it was brought up. I thought that was we thought about we did think about giving Jenny like a driver's license or something, like have an episode about that. But then we questioned if she's if she's a robot that can fly around town, what is the purpose of having a car?
Yeah, exactly. And I'm pretty sure everyone would be protesting. Why is she driving a car? She can fly all across the world in a millisecond.
I don't think it'd be that emotional of a response, but yeah, it was just a why.
No, I'm pretty sure there would be protesters. They find your house, they burn it down, and keep smacking you, saying, "Why'd you do it? Why'd you do it?" But there are some people, there are some fanboys that are real crazy though.
Well, I don't be obsessed with Jenny getting a car, but yeah, just it would seem like a pointless episode to do. And
no, Nora's not dead. She's still alive.
To save it, the episode count for something more special or something. Something we could have fun with. Because I mean, how many times have you heard that? How many times have you seen the joke where, "Oh man, I'm at the DMV and it's taken forever"? That joke hasn't been done to death already.
Yeah, that's a spooky face. Spooky. Oh my gosh, you removed your teeth. Oh my gosh. Imagine she did.
I don't know what that sounds supposed to be, but okay.
No, that's her without her teeth. Oh yeah, you can talk to Christian. Oh yeah, Christian, don't you have a video up or something?
Yes, I have done videos of various My Life's Teenage Robot characters on YouTube.
Oh my gosh, Tucket. Oh gee, oh gosh, Aiden, what are you thinking? That would be
an episode where Tuck gets shrunk down.
Oh gosh,
like a honey that I
just,
sort of deal.
Just imagine. No, just imagine what kind of shenanigans he could get in.
Well, yeah, I mean that's just the whole I shrunk the kids thing.
At least that film was produced by Stuart Gordon,
Oh,
director of Reanimator.
Don't know what either.
Hi, Sparky.
You need to watch. Seriously, you need to watch more horror films. Like, watch them almost every night.
I'm not a big fan on horror. I mean, there's a lot of good ones out there. Don't get me wrong.
Jenny, I think Jenny Tucket actually.
Lots of good horror.
We need an episode set in Canada because we need to talk about them. Because we need to have great support from our great country up in the north.
Hi there, I don't know YT, and hi there, Sparky the Third.
Honey,
we're doing okay. Thank you very much for asking for us. And
Pyro Heart, you can still sign up today on the Teenage Robot Rebooted website. So,
Sparky the Third, we are always in need of animators and background designers and stuff.
Actually,
like that.
Hang on a minute.
Especially animators, especially the next little ad that we're working on, like the next little animation that's probably gonna be pumped out, is literally an advertisement that says we need more animators.
But what about we have one spot showcasing of the XJ sisters, because I always keep thinking that I'm worthless. Gosh, we don't need to see you on playing Fortnite. You ungrateful nuggets!
Okay.
I'm more of an Injustice fan.
I'm a. Oh, did I tell you one time? I visited my cousin's.
Yeah, we need to see the property of Dr. Raymond. God damn it! It's no one else's.
I visited my cousins recently. Bless them, but they're young and they were absolutely obsessed with Fortnite in a way that you would not expect. They were obsessed with the dances of Fortnite. They were too young to play it, so they would just go on YouTube and watch the dances in sequence. Like, here's a montage of all the Fortnite dances, and then they would run around showing people this video of them of the Fortnite dances like it was the most amazing thing they've ever seen in their lives. And I'm like, oh my gosh, they don't even know.
Yeah, I'm just a guy who usually plays Gmod. I usually go there for thinking purposes or just screw around. I'm not really a Fortnite guy, I once did play Call of Duty, but I stopped at one point. Can there be fun? Oh, we're trying to have. Oh, we're gonna definitely have funny faces. I mean, it's a kitchen. What do you expect?
Yeah.
Them to just have like depressing faces all the time. Like, who would want to write a show about that? We still don't have a date yet for the first episode. Rashkel? I think that's how you say it. I don't know. I apologize if I got it wrong. We're currently pushing for a 2019 release.
Hopefully.
Yeah, we're pushing for that. It's not confirmed yet. Okay.
Unless something happens in the near future.
Yeah, we're still hoping what we can do for season 5 as well.
The actual series.
Okay, one thing I really want to see for... Oh my gosh. Okay, I'm pretty much the only one who's still thinking about it. To doing a third Raggedy Android thing, because I'm like the only one who thinks. Man can...
Like I said, every time if there's a plot point in the original series that's included, it needs to be wrapped up. So
yes, and I still can dream what to do with it.
Well, Armageddroid's dead. You can't revive him.
Well, I know
he killed himself.
That's like a plot point has been resolved already. We don't need
exactly in season because in season 3 he killed himself.
Yep, he's gone.
Initiating self-destruct.
Yeah, the big.
That's what I like to call. That's what I like to call to go out with a bang, if you know what I mean.
Well, I don't think there's a different way to interpret that, Sam.
No, it's a
Cowboy Bebop situation, I guess.
Yeah, we are getting Kilgore. If you all saw the casting call video.
Yep.
Oh gosh.
Surrender!
Why don't you surrender, you little pipsqueak? Okay.
I am not a pipsqueak. I am the face of evil incarnate.
You're a wind-up toy. You are a pipsqueak, okay? I could toss you across the room, okay? And you can smash into pieces. Good.
Yes.
Thank you.
DNA. Flash.
Thank you.
Great job.
When you life gives you lemons, you take the lemons to life is house, and then you burn your house down.
With the lemons!
Dun, dun, dun.
Wait, lemons?
I'd say about 2 seconds.
I miss those vines. Will Sasso with the lemons. He spits the lemons out. I gotta remember. Lemons! Lemons!
Oh, dear me.
I guess. I mean, he did go through a lot of abuse, and when he actually, he got, I don't know how many times he tried to get Jenny tried to put him out of his misery.
Who?
Kilgore in the episode. I remember. Okay, he was locked in a vault. He was.
Oh yeah, he's plenty. Well, I think it was mostly just gags, but yeah.
I remember he actually was tied to the back of a car. With those cans. I don't know. I still don't understand what the Just Married thing is for. I mean, the Just Married sticker I understand, but the cans, what is that for?
34351. Yep, the voice of Kilgore. I mean, we had it in the casting call. We gave her credit in that one, so I mean, I can confidently say the voice of Kilgore was by Maddie to the Max.
AKA,
Well, like
forget it. I won't.
that's she's got a Twitter. She's a great voice actress.
I got her in my project as well.
She's great. She does lots of voices. It's not just Kilgore.
You're not
If you
even.
want to take a look at my voice acting, you should go to my YouTube profile, Irkenus, IRKENUS, and my Instagram account, Christian Frades
Actually,
1997.
can you put it in the chat box? Can you put it in the chat box? I'll take a look at it.
Well, I think I'm pretty sure that I'm for some reason I'm the only one who can post links in this thing.
No. Just the name. Just the names. Not the link. Just the names. Oh, Smitus has already been taken, man. Sorry.
Sorry.
The Destroyer of Worlds.
No.
World.
I am from Ukraine. Bury yourself in the center of the earth while using robots to eat.
The next line is that she's gonna be. I wonder if I should move.
That could be. That actually could be interesting. Buries yourself in the center of the earth, and then robots to eat it from the outside, inside out. I don't know why that does sound actually. I'm gonna be honest, Mickey. That kind of does sound a little bit interesting.
It's a deep time. It's a place I found.
All right, I'm gonna confess something. I once had thoughts of. Speaking of Vexes and stuff, I kind of had like this impression that maybe there were I don't know if I've seen the episode Doom with a View, right?
Well, yeah, pretty sure we've all seen it. Yeah.
Wally Wingert, my main man.
He's the guy. He's the guy who voiced the red dude.
I once thought of this when I was watching The Fourth Kind. I don't know if you guys probably know. It was like an alien abduction film. I kept thinking to myself, could there actually been rogue humans on Cluster Prime acting as slaves? Because there was footage in Doom with a View. There actually were human slaves, pushing. I don't know if you guys remember that. It was like a microsecond, but and there could have been like in between the creation of Jenny, let's say that episode, there could have been people that might have been abducted, tested on, act as slaves, and never came back. And pretty much anyone else who actually was involved with those people were done away with. The thought. Life gives you lemons. Okay, don't make lemonade. You know who I am? I'm the man who's gonna burn your.
Yeah, with the lemons, Cave Johnson.
What?
Can Jenny make computer sounds? I mean, I guess so. Beep, 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 beep. I get like that sort of thing.
Hang on a sec, guys. Just a minute.
What,
Olivia?
I guess she'd be able to make computer noise. I can't see why she wouldn't be able to make computer noises, now would she?
Sorry, guys. Just give me a minute. I thought I heard my mom call me.
It's all right. Take your time. That Madame Gasket song.
Yeah, it's not. It was actually just it's a song by Tom Waits, and they just used it for that movie.
All right, break time.
Yeah.
I always kept thinking this, though. I'm going to be honest. I know I said this a lot. Hey, Christian, I always kept thinking this. What if
Matakun in Teenage Robot? Yes. Yes.
Okay. All right, Christian. What if
just
Vexes
in the middle of this episode, there's going to be
my gosh,
we'll just have a single frame of everyone's favorite kaiju dog.
Okay, now I'll say it. All right, Christian. What if Vexes was voiced by Mercedes McCambridge? Possessed voice of The Exorcist.
Right here. Panting up a storm.
I kept thinking this.
Jenny is in here with us. Would you like to leave a message? I'll see that she gets it.
Yeah, I'm just doing a really quick sketch. I'm not serious about it. Right there.
Lightning Fang, I'll be your
must be
I'll be your
pulling an
man
Ed Boon
who writes
on
that
us.
script. Who writes that script? If Jenny was possessed, I'll get to
It's
it.
right here.
If I were to do that, I were to have her go stick up. Let's say she's in the corner of that. She was in the corner, like there, hanging upside down and screaming at the top of it.
Then we're talking about Vexus dropping the satellite, and then whoop, and then hello.
What's with the monster? The monster. Oh my gosh, Kaiju's. All right, I'll be right back, guys. Just give me a minute.
Okay. Riley the Hedgehog asks, "Can you give Jenny some new weapons for her to use?" Yes, and there's a few coming. I don't think it's like I don't think we ever have a time where it's like, check out my new weapon. It's the blankety blankety blank. I don't think it's anything like that. I think it's just like a natural, like, wow, you've never seen her use that before, but there it is. It's like no one acknowledges the new weapon. She just has a new weapon to use. That sort of thing. I wonder if there's a frame I can borrow from here. Doesn't look like it. I think I'm gonna have to draw a new frame then. Okay.
If you guys hadn't seen Chris Roman yet, go watch it. It's really good.
I heard it was meh. Like, just like meh. I haven't seen it, but
Oh, let me guess. You still find the character some kind of creepy situation at times? You still find the characters creepy at times? Like Tigger, for instance.
Like or the glass little eyeballs that you find on like a stuff. Bigger though as straight up human irises and human pupils, and it's just creepy. It creeps me out.
That's called the Uncanny Valley.
Yeah. All right, I think I'm gonna need a shot that shows Wakeman kind of in a small, like, I need a shot where the satellite's here, Wakeman is like here. No, better yet. There's a chair. There's Wakeman. Need to be further away. And here's the claw, Vexus, right there.
That claw, because I mean,
that's a good framing because that shows that Vexus is in the foreground, bigger than Wakeman. She had just dropped this satellite, which led them to Earth. So that way, claw is going to be like right there, and it'll be like a Vex. It shows that Vexus is in power right now in this frame. She's in a position of power over Wakeman right now.
Pull the lever, Smitus.
Wrong lever. Great movie to quote if you ever go on one of those water slides that have the trap door.
Did you ever hear the song Snuff Out the Light?
Yes, I have. It's a nice song.
If I was Vexus, I would like to sing it.
There's someone did a music video of Vexus singing it on YouTube somewhere, since it's, you know, by Eartha Kitt and everything. So, cool. Now, I always have trouble drawing Vexus's fingers because I always want to go claws, like a straight up like animal, kind of like claws. But I remember that she has those little circle things on the tips. She actually kind of has more curvy fingers, so it's like always like limiting. Then she has her black palm. The rest of the arm. $3M Onion Pro. Who would win in a cartoon villain fight? Smitus from Teenage Robot or Skulker from Danny Phantom? I would probably have to say Skulker in that comparison, because Skulker is what? He's actually got some tech on him. Smitus, he's good at commanding soldiers and stuff, but like I don't think we've ever seen him with a weapon or like he's got a self-destruct feature, but that kills him too. Or like, well, I guess he survived the first one, but you know, that explosion kind of gets rid of him too. So I don't know how well that would be useful in to the death fight.
I would say Smitus all the way because of Steve Bloom.
Huh?
Steve Bloom did a great job voicing Smitus.
Oh yeah, Steve Bloom's a great guy. He's a great guy.
I'm part of his Facebook group.
He's a nice dude. If you ever get a chance to meet him at a con, definitely do so. He's a nice guy. I met him in this the previous Phoenix Comic Con. Well, it's now called Comic Fest, but yeah, I met him there, and yeah, he's a great guy.
I'm impressed by the storyboard.
I want to okay, so her arm is it starts off like a stick. And then it goes into, because I want to have the elbow curved down around and like have that going. But like it's too, she's got this arm spike, or an elbow spike. So would it be like, what? Kind of like this? I gotta look up a reference of Vexus quick. Look at this. Going by memory isn't always the best thing. Yeah, she does have this giant arm spike thing going on. Almost like she's wearing a giant glove. So it's kind of like, okay. I think I can see what I can do here. So it's kind of like then it curves out, comes down. So there we go. That's more Vector. Then she's got her palm. Actually, it'd be kind of cool to have the palm kind of come out in a kind of like an angle, like a crooked little, so it sense like the arm. It's gonna like that right there. So it would kind of be cool. It's like a new layer for this. To have like the hand kind of come up in an angle right there. Right. So these like kind of like maybe too much of an angle there, but more like that. There we go. And so that way, so you can have those fingers up again and have a really nice wide hand. And I can go move this around so I can actually move it later. There we go. There we go. That way. I have to modify the top of the arm a bit, but yeah, let's get into the general shape that I want. I should probably be looking at the question right now, this question stream. All right, looking at all the questions here. Is it difficult to draw Vexus? Not necessarily. She just has some weird shapes here and there. Tuck and Sheldon are much harder to draw by comparison. Vexus, once you get the general kind of flow going on with the body and the arm and stuff like that, she becomes pretty simple with geometric shapes and stuff like that. I think the hardest part of Vexus is getting the face right. Not specifically the eyes and the jaw, but more so like the actual head. That's the V is actually a lot harder than you'd expect in her face, because you have to have like a nice point at the top, but still keep it curved at the bottom, but not too curved because it has to form a clear V. So that makes it a little difficult. But once you get it down, it gets okay. Now, when Vexus curves her arm, does it kind of like connect at the elbow, or is it kind of like mid-section? It seems to kind of be a little bit of both. Yeah. This should be okay.
What in the hell? God, you did not. All right, just give me a second.
There's the money.
Oh shit!
Nice.
All right.
You don't need that arm anymore because you got a better arm.
Oh, don't worry, Cream Cotton. I'm always here.
And move it into position.
Whoa! Yo, friend.
I think we can also
All right.
there.
Now, who wants to see hello? Kilgore.
I like your Jenny shirt.
Oh gosh! Please don't. Oh my god!
What's that?
The love affects us.
I was talking to Sam and complimenting his Jenny shirt.
Oh yeah.
Sam, I think your mic is.
Yeah. Wearing this all day. I wore this all. Oh yeah. Pyro Heart actually has one as well. Yeah, he usually attends my little hard stream. I'll start doing it. Yes, I have. Okay. Jesus, stop whining. I just put this on like in the house. I usually just don't. I wear something else outside of it.
My gosh, Mario, stop! Oh, you did. You actually made a plush? Well, he can't. They can't show you. Like, they can't post links on the chat box, unfortunately.
Yeah, people have tried. I can't do anything about it. I don't think. I would if I could.
Hey, Creeper! If you have a link to the Discord, you could show us on you can show it us on Discord on the Teenage War Rebooted public server. That's just realized I can make the sound.
Select, and then we can draw the silhouette. The silhouette. She's sitting in a chair.
Silhouette in the chair. Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, actually, one time I went to. Speaking of the cluster again, one time I found this in a free bin. UFO encounters. So maybe the cluster have taken us.
Well, this one is going over their first appearance.
Okay, in between activation day and Due with a View, there could have been abductees. They showed footage of human slaves.
I know, but like I don't know if that was like that was a very romanticized view of Cluster Prime.
But
I can't tell if that was like what's going on now in Cluster Prime, or if it's like this is what we want to do eventually.
Well, I mean, it could. Okay, there is still the possibility. I mean, those could have actually been droids, disguised as humans. I mean,
no. I'm talking about. About whether or not that flashback, whatever sequence was actual Cluster Prime footage or just a visualization of what he was describing. You know what I mean? Like,
all right, I'll better have a look. All right.
No, because the scene.
No. I'm pulling up
the. What happens in the scene is that what happens in the scene is that he's describing these things like, oh, there was sauce served clustered, or where robots can live in peace and stuff. And he's describing Cluster Prime, but I don't know if the images that we see of Cluster Prime when he's describing it are like meant to be like, here's what you will find if you go to Cluster Prime, or more of a romanticized business man selling the image sort of deal. You know what I mean? Like when you're describing someone a house versus showing them a picture of what's inside the house. So I don't know if those humans are actually at Cluster Prime, or if it was just like a salesman describing what was there.
Ah, screw this!
What's that?
From audio, to answer the question on why the final episode is a secret is because...
It's because the instant we reveal the title, everyone will know what we're doing. And I don't want to do that yet. I want it to be a little bit of a build-up, a little bit of a surprise. But the moment you learn the title, it's going to be like, oh, you're doing that.
Where'd the pen go?
All right.
Where'd the pen go? Oh, I flung it. Whatever. Screw it. They abducted us. All of the cluster abducted us. All of us. And brought us back in the following week. We don't know where they took us, what they've done to us. All it was just black.
Okay. Her legs.
I don't know. I know. I actually did have sort of an idea.
Grasshopper-looking legs.
Well, there's also the possibility, though, because here's the thing. Cluster Prime, I mean, we only saw the city. Like the main city, and it still got me a theory to mind is what is there more outside of the like the city limits? Could there be something out there in the city more than that?
An entire planet that's presumably larger than Earth. So yeah, it's probably going to have more than
so there could be. I'm still thinking
that's like going. That's like going to America, right? And you go to Washington D.C. and they're like, "Is this America?" It's like,
no,
America, but
I mean,
not all America.
There could actually be. I keep thinking there could be rogue humans out there, or something. There's something more sinister in that place that's not meant for human eyes.
Well, I mean, it's a planet for robots, so I doubt anything there is kind of for human eyes.
There could be something.
But I don't know. Eventually, when we return to Cluster Prime, I'm going to be more interested in
a pet. Don't you dare!
I'm going to be more interested in seeing what Vega's doing and everything like that, more so than exploring the outer regions under the cluster. I mean, we can touch upon it, but
okay, we can touch upon
it. We got other fish to fry on Cluster Prime before.
But people want, because it makes it more dramatic. We need psychological torment. It makes it more engaging.
Well, we can have that, not necessarily go
who cares
the
about
outer reaches of Cluster Prime.
Who cares about sunshine and happiness when there can be gloom and doom? Oh, and
there's her stripes. Stripe.
Oh, that's a pencil piece.
And then there's, now I can draw the satellite.
Brendan Mario, I swear, if you're... God damn.
This crushed poor little satellite.
I know that's been a criticism I get. I'm usually too dark and violent with my script writing.
And how?
What?
I said, and how?
No, I've been criticized.
No, I don't know. I'm just saying.
For darkness and violence.
It's a figure of speech.
I know, but it's. I know. Still stand by the fact that there could be something out there. Weird. I don't know, because maybe. What's another? Yeah, because actually, where you are, speaking of UFOs, Kyle, I did find a case actually. There was actually a lot of cases in like this Arizona, where it reside in Nate. I don't know if you heard about the
lights and everything. It's just.
I don't know if you heard about the Travis Walton case. Travis Walton.
Is he the guy who got abducted and who quote unquote got abducted, returned to Earth, and he's like, I got abducted, guys, believe me.
Well, okay, Fire in the it was adapted into the film Fire in the Sky.
Yeah.
Well, it says here. Well, the police there were actually supposed other witnesses up in the pickup. Well, hold on, I do have it's in this book. Hang on. Where is it?
That's a key word there.
Let's find it. Trying to find it. Oh, here we go. Case of trout. So it took place in Arizona. It was November something. What was it? When did it take place?
Okay, and then draw the satellite.
All right. So it took place it was November 5th, 1975, somewhere in the White Mountains of Arizona. So it was. Seven foresters were returning home from a pickup truck, and there was a clearing in the woods. Yeah, this is to those who actually haven't heard about this case. Mm. They go out into the wood. They were in this woods, and they see a clearing. One of them looks up and sees a windowless disc about 10 feet high, 15 feet across. One of them goes out, named Travis Walton, leaps out from the truck and goes towards it. Friends try to call him back, but underneath a ray of blue light, shoots down on him and either knocks him unconscious. The friends drive away, but when they drive back, the light and Travis have vanished. Within, the 6 men, the police were called, and the 6 men were given a lie detector test, and all 6 were confirmed to have been telling the truth. 5 days after the disappearance, Travis's brother received a phone call from Travis, who was now weak, unshaven, and bewildered. He believed that he was only gone for a few hours instead of a couple of days. Doctors gave him a physical exam. The only thing wrong with him was simple exhaustion. They were sure that he was well nourished, but could not possibly have been wandering in the wilderness for those 5 days.
Right.
So then they left soon after. He only remembered these details. Oh, yeah. Okay, I'll get to that later. So here's what this is what he remembers only these details. As soon as he left the truck and ran towards the disc, he was knocked out, woke up into a white examination table inside the craft. Standing over him, surrounded were 3 humanoid figures, one of which was female. They were 5 feet tall, had huge eyes, no hair, no fingernails. They didn't speak to him, but they examined his body thoroughly, like very curious, interested doctors. No harm was committed. It's getting interesting. They left him alone on the craft for a few minutes and wandered into another room where he started pressing buttons that were on the arm of a big chair.
He says he can't recall anything, but then he recalls this story?
No. He said he only remembers the following details. He was knocked out, but he got knocked out, but then woke up in the ship, supposed ship.
Supposed.
One button opened the panel over his head through which he could see stars. A few minutes later, one of the creatures returned and led Travis to a big lighted space where several smaller UFOs were lined up. Then several other humanoids, these with hair, placed a mask over his face. Travis remembered nothing else until he awoke, and he was lying in the middle of a highway in Arizona. The police actually went back to the scene of the supposed abduction, and they found magnesium. It's spelled MAGNETISM. Magnetism.
Magnetism?
Yeah. So, yeah, they found magnetism in the clearing where the UFO was supposedly had been. All 6 of the witnesses broke out with mild rashes and actually felt numb afterwards. Travis himself was interviewed under hypnosis to see if he was telling the truth about this, and according to the hypnotist, he confirmed that Travis was confirmed to have been telling the truth. This is some state that this is actually a legitimate case, while others, guessing like Nathan right there, shake their heads and smile.
Like I said, the only thing that has any grounded evidence about that is the lie detector test, and even then, when there's 2 circumstances about a lie detector test. Two flaws about it. One, it's not completely accurate. People have gotten away with lying on a lie detector test before. It's not unheard of. And
Okay.
number two, even if they believe what they see is to be true, that's not necessarily confirmation of what happened, because of the human eye.
Well, they could act. Well, they're actually
so easily. This is why when you're talking about scientific studies and scientific evidence like that, observable evidence is at the bottom of the list of things you can use in a study. Usually you'd have to have like hard evidence.
I mean, there was supposed authentic pictures
or
taken in Rouen, France.
Evidence of let's see, if we're talking about extraterrestrial life here, we're talking about something from a different planet. Residue or an element that's not found on Earth discovered at the site of the quote-unquote crime, that sort of thing. It had to be like hard evidence that's not just, I saw it happen.
That's the first kind. That's called sighting. The second kind is evidence. Third kind, contact. Fourth kind, abduction. Fifth kind is full communication. There's 6th and 7th. There's different, kinds of them. Yeah, there's also photo. I don't know. I just like reading in this. So this right here, I showed you again. This one was Rouen, France, March 1954. These things. There's another good picture.
There's a good little frame. You can see.
Oh yeah.
Wakeman is small here. That's big.
This was in Lima, Peru.
Right around her, about to grab her.
73.
Nice. All right, moving on. I'm actually probably have to move this face to the next.
Here's this one. Trinidad. This one was in Trinidad Isle, Brazil, January 1958.
Dun-dun-dun.
Oh, that's. What did you do?
I hit the instead of hitting the eraser button like I wanted to, I hit the paint bucket, and it colored the entire thing black.
So wait, if they did, okay, maybe that could have been so. Perhaps the cluster were responsible for the Battle of Los Angeles of 1942.
Is that? Wait a minute. Is that movie?
Okay, all right. I know this is.
Is that movie with the battleships and the?
No, the Battle of Los Angeles. It was supposed unidentified flying objects caught through these spotlights in London during the. It was, but in 1949, it was reported to actually been a meteorological balloon by the U.S. United States Coastal Artillery, and they were told it was probably a weather balloon that was launched up about 1 a.m. that caused all the madness. So it's still debated.
Mm-hmm.
All right, it says here, the United States Coastal Artillery Association identified it as a meteorological balloon that was sent up 1 a.m. that started all the shooting. 1983, U.S. Office of Air Force History attributed to the events as war nerves triggered by lost weather balloons exaggerated by stray flares and shell bursts of adjoining batteries. All right, what's another good picture? Oh, yeah. Here's, this is kind of a weird one. This is from Utica, New York, April 1966. This was taken by a young boy in his backyard. Oh yeah, here's Rex Heflin. This is Santa Ana, California, August 1965. I mean, some actually claim that this was a hoax, but many...
I just realized something. Vexus is literally one step away from becoming a vent in terms of her eyes and the shape of her mouth and stuff. Just remove her pupils.
It's Venom.
You can totally pass that off as a Venom, yeah.
Oh my gosh. Actually, someone made a picture of Jenny versus Venom. Hold on. Someone actually made a picture of that. Hold on, I'll bring it up. Oh, found it.
4 activation day storyboards. Yeah, all right, and then this is going to be Vexus reveal number 9. I think this is the one.
Bring it, kid.
There we go. Now I can open up a new one.
Now, if only we can get Jenny versus Jason Voorhees, my life will be complete.
I have not checked the questions in a very long time. I should do that right now. Okay, let's see. Now, Voxel Fusion, we do know exactly what we're doing for the finale. It's just the title we chose for it is an instant giveaway of what it concerns. It's an instant giveaway. It's because I can't.
Yeah, you're gonna have to think of something else. Actually,
we're gonna have to have like a working title, so we can talk about the episode without giving away the plot. What can I say about it that's not too spoilery? I gotta say something because it does kind of seem like we don't know it. It seems like we don't know what we're doing for the season 4 finale, even though we planned the season 4 finale now it's been planned for over a year now. It's It concerns Jenny.
Oh, yeah, another picture. 1967.
Wanting to get an upgrade. And that's, I can't say anything else other than that, because when I say there's some surprises that are supposed to be kept as a surprise, and I can't give anything else like that. It concerns her wanting to get an upgrade. I can't say anything. Oh, and this isn't much of a spoiler. There's a brief fight scene where the crab nebula droids. You saw that one in All Tuckered Out, where those big crab-looking things.
Yeah,
we got a fight sequence of them in that.
Because we're running out of ideas.
No, not running out of ideas. It's just an opening little fight. It's just I can't give away anything else though, because it gets pretty.
I'm ready to leave.
You sound like you're trying to. You sound like you're trying to resist yourself, man.
I am trying so hard to resist myself from saying the stuff about the plot
because
I don't want to spoil it. I want it to be if the audience is going to learn of what happens in this episode, they're either going to learn it naturally or going to have a nice trailer. I'm not going to reveal it in a little live stream where there's no music, there's no animation. If I'm going to reveal the title of that episode, it's going to be jazzy. It's going to be nice and big and epic. And it's like, because again, the moment they know the title, they're going to know exactly what's coming. All right, so.
Yeah, and already Volks, the fusion is guessing like a thing where small chips can be mind controlled.
Well, I don't know. It's
oh gosh, Smitey, but it's Macho Man right there.
But
oh yeah,
I'm going to the question.
The Sylvan's gonna conquer your world. Oh yeah!
Dragon invasion. Dang it! What about a dragon invasion on Cluster Prime? Pyro
Dragon?
Dragon invasion. Now there's
I'll do it.
Space dragons coming from the sky. Freaking Dora.
Dragon. Oh.
Let's see. I can't say that on stream, but that's funny, Creeper.
Oh, guys, I got this one.
Anyway. Going to the questions. Oh, Creeper 351. Why does Vexus look different in Queen Bee? It's because I think it was Alex Kerwin. I think. I could be wrong. But one of the designers for the original Teenage Robot was always pumping out different Vexus designs, like always sketching different, always wanted to redesign Vexus. And when Queen Bee came along, they finally granted his wish, and then he got to redesign Vexus for that episode.
I always kept thinking that
personally, I prefer the original Vexus.
Yeah, so do I.
But I mean, it looks cool. The Vexus from Queen Bee. It's mostly because the original Vexus design felt like a queen, and the one from Queen Bee kind of feels more like an assassin.
Yeah, that's. I think that's kind of what the point with that was. I think that was meant to be more of like an undercover.
Yeah,
because she actually constantly she can actually transform. So that actually was more of an undercover.
Camouflage, all that stuff.
Yeah, exactly. So that was. I think that was just for. I know that was like near the end of the series, but I think that was kind of. I mean, if there probably was going to be a season 4, if there was supposed to, I think that could have just been like a one-time only thing. It could have been. Well, in my opinion, it could have.
Bolts Gaming asked, do you think you guys will be able to release one episode before 2019?
I don't think...
Probably not before 2019, but what we will be doing in the next coming months is that as we're making some animatics, and...
Oh, God, please don't.
We talked about this before. We're making some animatics, and we are...
Don't.
So it's the we're going to be getting some people together, some random people online and stuff, and we're going to be sending them the link to the animatic, which will be basically the episode in storyboard form, unanimated. So you'll just see it kind of play out in a slideshow with the voices and some temporary music in the background, and it's basically just going to be like a test screening almost. So the actual episode itself will not be done. Of course, the animation still needs to be completed and stuff. But definitely by the end of 2019, we're going to be rolling out a few animatics that will be asking people around, like, hey, how does this look? You like what you see? It's not going to be public, because that would defeat the purpose of the test screening. But yes, a few select people, and I don't know how we're going to handle that, like who gets what, but we'll figure out a way.
That or early 2019 or late 2018, early 2019.
No, that should be happening in the next coming months, because we have to get that the animatics done regardless of 3 specific episodes that we all know what I'm referring to, but
oh dear,
we have to get those done regardless. So we'll just go anyway. But anyway,
tell them it's going to be a huge shock.
Yeah, but it's
what can we say though?
Well, we can't say anything about that yet. Don't, because that's not. We can't say anything about that until it's a done deal. Let's see. Any other questions that I'm missing? Voxel Fusion. How about last episode references in the first episode where Jenny looks into the mirror and is happy with who she is now? Yeah, we're definitely going to be tackling stuff like that, because a big element of the original series was Jenny trying to blend in and trying to fit in and not being happy with who she was. So a part of the progression of season 4 and 5 is going to be seeing Jenny coming to grips with herself and, learning to like who she is more. I mean, she obviously likes herself good already, but she's still trying to fit in and still trying to be someone she's not sometimes. And we're going to see that kind of play out and naturally progress through this, finding her place in life. If we can get Friended Mario, if we can get a MLaaTR episode with Baggin, I'd be happy. No, the joke would be is that we'd plan an episode with Baggin and then we cancel it before we put it in production, and then we that's the Baggin way.
The what way? The what way?
The Baggin. Okay, Baggin is probably one of the saddest kaiju to be created. I think he's the kaiju, the single kaiju with the most canceled movies under his belt. He has never made it to the big screen, and he's been planned in what? He was supposed to be in a movie with Mothra, like Mothra versus Baggin. He was supposed to be in Godzilla Returns in that 1985 movie. He was supposed to be in a sequel to, I think, either Space Godzilla or Mecha Godzilla, one of the two.
Oh,
he was supposed to be.
I'm so sorry for this dinosaur.
I think he was supposed to be in some movie in the Millennium series. I'm pretty sure. And then he made a debut in a video game called Super Godzilla, and that was his last appearance. We've never seen him again. He is the quintessential. We're gonna make it. Nope, never mind. Cancel. He can never just get to the big screen. The poor guy. He's got a design and everything, abilities, a backstory. It's kind of funny at this point. Creeper 351 asks, if Vexus is Vega's mother, then who's the father?
That's a good question.
I don't know, to be honest. We haven't really talked about that. I don't know how the cultures work on Cluster Prime, to be honest, because my question is
that she probably built,
Vexus a mother?
She probably just built her.
If Vexus is a robot and Vega's a robot, how is she a mother at all?
She probably just built her.
Maybe, but I don't see Vexus as being the type to build.
Probably robot situation.
Like I would see Vexus as more like a bot who orders other bots to build things for her. Not like I don't know. I don't know the answer to that question because I don't know.
I don't think there was. Well, there was actually.
I'm not in full.
There was actually. I think this was from a girl named. This was from a DeviantArt person named XJ Kenny, who this was like back in 2008. She actually made. I think it was her. Then made this entire family of the cluster. So yeah, Vegas family.
Mm-hmm. I think that's just fan art though, but
we'll see if I can bring it up.
That's just I don't know what we're gonna do about that. About the Vega Vexus daughter.
Hang on, I got it.
There was also an idea that technically, what? No, because Jenny and Wakeman is Jenny's mother because Wakeman built Jenny. What it's one of those things where like, okay, what do you consider when it's not biological, when it's easy to say, okay, there's the father and there's the mother. When you're talking about just building things, would the parts?
Oh, never mind. It was someone.
Like since Wakeman built Jenny,
I got it.
So she's the mother. Would that mean that the factory that pumped out the scrap metal that would go towards making Jenny?
Here we go, guys.
Would that be the father? It's one of those things where it gets weird when you're talking about building things instead of it being a clear cut like mother-father biological relationship.
All right, Nate, I got it right here. So we got Vexus, Vega, Chrome.
Yeah, that's just fan art though.
I know. It wasn't. It was some guy named Zach Mollis.
Right.
Oh, actually. Oh, wait. Hold on. Some of these were actually from Anthony Legato. Who's actually a fellow screenwriter and voice actor for this project.
Correct.
What?
Correct. And he is A-Log as part of the crew, but like I said, I mean, he's got those ideas, but I don't know if we want to make that canon yet or not. That's something that we got to cover later.
Maybe we could make an expanded.
Well, I say canon, but canon to our series, not.
Perhaps we could make an expanded series.
Technically, of course, this is all just a giant fan project, so it's technically we're not canon, even though we're treating it as if we are canon, even though we're not canon. It's since we're a big fan production.
Oh, who cares about it? We can just expand, just expand the universe as large as we want.
Ba ba da 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 da.
I'm Sam Buster, and we're all gods here.
Let's see.
So wait, what does that mean? A speed hog? What does that mean? A test tube baby?
That means, well, that's a term that's not in production yet, obviously, because there's a lot of legal stipulations you got to get through. But a test tube baby describes, and biologically speaking, of course, is when you have artificial insemination, but instead of in a person, it's in an artificial womb. So a test tube baby would be like something born, a person born outside of a human body. They were born, quote unquote. It's a kind of a derogatory term, but if they're born in an artificial womb, so it's kind of like it's described as like, oh, so they just took the sperm and the egg and they put it in a test tube. It's kind of a derogatory term though, because it's slowly becoming a real thing.
I think this quote is now making. You know what? I think one of Jenny's quotes is actually making a little bit more sense. And that, Tuck, is where babies come from.
Yes, that's where they all come from.
I think now it makes a little bit more sense.
Yeah.
Oh, Speed Hog is.
It's just one of those things that's slowly becoming a reality now.
Don't worry, Speed Hog. It takes a little bit. Nathan here. Nathan, we got someone who just sent in a script audition.
Oh, a script audition.
Yeah, he sent this. I've been trying to send in my script audition, but I haven't heard anything back. Has it been going through?
I haven't gotten anything from.
He probably got it or not, but whatever. So rest in peace, Tuck's childhood.
I haven't seen any audition from someone named Screen.
Speed Hog. Speed Hog 58 is his name.
I have not gotten a script audition from someone named Speedhog, so I would maybe try and send it again. Maybe.
All right, we got another one from Constantine XI Patiologa.
Yeah, that's a name that I don't think any of us are going to be able to pronounce.
How close to the show would you say you current and voice actors are?
A lot of them are, I'm not going to lie, a lot of them are on the name.
Are technically
really
worthless.
There's a handful of them. They're like, maybe if you listen to it, we're trying our best, but you know we can't get the original voice actors and actresses here.
Yeah, because no one. I don't think anyone wants to.
An amazing job. I'm going to say that right now. You guys haven't been able to hear them yet because we gotta pump out these animations.
Yeah, he wants
to start people listening to them and it's get excited. But they do a stellar job. A lot of them do a stellar job.
I guess no one really introduced
those who are not
for me though. Everyone just thinks I'm worthless.
Are not good at, and those who aren't as good as recreating the original voices of the show still act really well and get into the part and get into the role. So it's not so even though the voices sometimes may not sound exactly like the original series, they're still going to be like their own. It's still going to be a character. There's going to be acting. They're doing really good. These guys really don't get enough credit.
I don't think you're talking about me anyways.
So we can start showing people and be like, hey, these actors and actresses are amazing. So yeah. Pyro Heart, speaking of Tuck, did you find the voice for him? Yes, we did. We finally casted Tuck and we finally casted Vexus. We currently have 3 remaining roles left, and that's Teresa, Aunt Wisteria, and Tammy from the biker gang. Those are the 3 people we need to cast yet. Everyone else in the original series that we have planned casted. So if your voice sounds like Aunt Wisteria, Tammy, or Teresa,
Perhaps I can be Tammy.
Well, I think we need to find like
Oh, you are so cute.
Yeah, like we need to find someone because it'd be really cool. Because the original voice actress of Tammy happened. I don't know if a little bit of trivia for you guys. The original voice actress of Tammy was Janice Kawaye, who also voiced Jenny. She just basically, from what I can tell, she just basically cranked up her voice.
It's not
even higher in pitch when she did.
It's pronounced Janice Kawaye. It's not Janice. It's Janice. It's Janice.
Well, Janice. I think I don't. Well, I've never heard it like in person.
Janice Kawaye.
I just kind of.
It's Janice, not Janice. Janice.
Could be Janice.
It's Janice.
It could be Janice.
I swear, it's fucking Janice. You understand? Listen here, boy. It's I've known the series more than you. It's Janice. And also make use of the kerosene as an energy drink for robots. Okay, you better make some good. We gotta make some good kerosene, and we're gonna soak it in it.
I don't know what you're saying now.
No, Pyroheart said this. Make use of kerosene as an energy drink for robots.
Kerosene.
The robot's soaked in it. Oh gosh! And then Macaulay Culkin lights. Macaulay Culkin lights up and goes,
right? We revealed the title for Gas Guzzling. Yeah, we did. No. Then
there's Pyroheart. Pyroheart does it. Macaulay Culkin lights her up and goes, "Merry Christmas." Go up.
Hold on, I'm gonna check something. I want to before I say something that I probably shouldn't. I want to check the synopsis for Gas Guzzling.
Ooh. All right, Inferno R55 asks, "What was your favorite villain to write for?"
Favorite villain to write for?
Yep, that's a good question.
That's a good question. When we wrote Terawatt, it was all about the food puns. That was kind of fun. In the original show, he was dropping food puns left and right.
By who?
Gigawatt.
Oh gosh!
In the show, he was dropping food puns left and right. He was like, what was another one of his lines?
Oh yes, I'm going to. Yes, I'm going to.
Was
Bon appetit.
Yeah, he ate the railroad like pasta, and he said something like, "Well, I do prefer like something the way it was cooked," and it was just like he's referring to a way pasta's cooked, and it's just dropping food puns. Right, so we did that too for Gigawatt when we brought him back.
Yeah, he's gonna be back.
That's another one that was fun to write for. Thomas Cash, he
fell into a ring of fire.
So fun, and I loved for Thomas Cash that the lines we wrote. He makes a lot of countryisms, and every countryism he makes is an actual thing. We never made it up. We found this database of countryisms that are actually like real slang that you would find in the old Western South, and we just kind of like, ooh, we can use that one. That'd be fun. So all of his countryisms are going to be real.
Oh God,
I love that.
Hog, you make a good point. Kerosene is fuel. Red Bull is fuel. Kerosene is Red Bull, and kerosene will give Jenny wings. It will grow out of her back and give her wings so that she could fly across the universe in only a millisecond.
Flynn, question: what resolution will the series be uploaded in? It's going to be 1440 by 1080.
Freaking beautiful.
The series is going to be 1440 by 1080, which is basically 1080p, but instead of the 16:9 aspect ratio, it's sticking to the 4:3 from the original series. Which is why there's squares here instead in my storyboard instead of rectangles.
Daddy got wings.
It fits with the retro theme of the show, kind of with the Art Deco style, the square borders. It fits with the show.
Oh God, guys! Guys in the chat box, I think I'm losing it.
The 14:3 aspect ratio is more the five times of when it was made, but it does fit the central art style of the show, so it fits.
Every time a day.
Doesn't Jenny already have wings though? Like she doesn't need Red Bull. She's like, Jenny, grow wings, drink this Red Bull. But then Jenny's like, I already got wings.
Yeah.
Well, wait, Nate, you gotta remember something.
I don't know. It's not very monster. I like to represent where the guy on the camera goes in between the monster's toes while screaming. Maybe. Although, if I were to reference G98, I'd probably go something with the fish route or the
reference what?
The memeable moment of the 90. There's a lot of goofy crap in G98.
G98.
G98. There's the fish line. There's the freaking moments with the stuttering soldier who's stuttering up. He's like, there's the monster. That guy was annoying.
What, G98?
G98, Godzilla 1998.
Oh God.
There's a lot of memeable moments in that one.
We don't know. Actually, no. We don't talk. Okay, I am personally not a kaiju. Okay, I'm not really a guy who goes into kaiju films, but we don't talk about that movie. We don't talk about it. It never happened.
Speedhawk had recently sent the audition again.
Okay. I'll look out on it for it.
And since all of you numbnuts stop talking about kaiju films, guess what I'm going to do?
Will there be an episode where Jenny becomes a professional gamer?
November's going to be kaiju month.
Let's see. We revealed this episode already. Next-gen console. Jenny has played multiple arcade games before, but then she discovers the realm of online video games and a new ability of hers. She becomes addicted. So, a pro gamer is kind of a stretch, but she definitely gets into gaming one episode and goes nuts with it. So, I don't know if pro gaming is what you would describe that, but pro gaming, that's an actual like league. There's tournaments and stuff like that. She doesn't enter a tournament or anything like that, but she definitely gets into video games. And one episode we have planned.
Because this is blasphemy.
Yeah.
This is madness.
Okay, so I've copied and pasted this over to this one. Okay, so now I need to get rid of her face in this. So edit, cut. Okay. And now I need to merge these layers so I can properly transfer it over and do what I want to do. Oh, you know what? Actually, that's a bad idea. Let's just do this step by step because I want to move the arm when I do. Edit. Copy. Edit. In place. Select, reselect, edit, copy. Everyone went silent here. Did my mic die or something? Hello?
No.
Oh, okay. I actually got scared there.
Sam is muted. I was muted.
Okay.
It's because you murdered us.
Okay. Creeper517 asks, what year does My Life as a Teenage Robot take place?
2072.
Exact year is kind of a mixed bag, but it's kind of the 2070 era. 2072, 2073, somewhere in there. It's somewhere in there. I don't think we've ever come up with an exact timeline, because every time we do, it's just a headache. We've tried multiple times to come up with a Teenage Robot timeline, and every time it's just a giant freaking headache because of that. It's trying to, like, what you try and do is that you try and, like, you listen for key dialogue moments that give away the timeline. Like, I think the whole 2070 thing is based entirely on the Super Bowl 100 comment that Brad makes. So that's the entire point. That's the entire reasoning behind it taking place in the 2070, because the Super Bowl 500 or Super Bowl 100 takes place in what, 2067, and then you add 5 years for Jenny, and then that you get 2072. So but when you try and, like, do a whole timeline, you get, and paying attention to the seasons and stuff like that, of, like, when all these episodes take place, you just come up with a big garbled mess of a lot of, like, well, I guess the snow wasn't falling this winter, and then this next winter it was snowing a lot, yada yada yada, and it just gets really hard to follow. So props to anyone out there who can actually do it, because even when we try and do it, it gets
complicated.
It's crazy. I'm sorry, what was that, Nick?
You were saying something about what you just said in as complicated or complex.
Yeah. It gets nuts. Come on, pencil tool, where'd you go? There you are. This is going to last that shot's going to last about 2 seconds. That's a long time, though, before she actually says the next part of the line. Maybe I can feel something. And then this is going to last about 0.8 seconds, I think. I think maybe 2 seconds. He might be even a little too much. Maybe just 1.5. Creeper 351. Who would win in a fight, Jenny or Infinity? I don't know, or an Infinite. I don't know what Infinite is.
Everything, man. The Infinite character inside Forces or in War.
I'm not familiar with someone called Infinite. Sorry.
Oh, shut up, friend Mario. The Christmas special was awesome, and you loved it.
Not my favorite episode either.
Okay. I will. Okay, I kind of actually got pissed off actually as well.
Because it's not that it was like an episode of like.
No. Because here's one thing that I will not. That's a good question, Speedhawk. Anyways, there's something that I could not understand in the episode that it never crossed their mind. She appears every single holiday of that year, and right. it did not occur once for them to go out because they didn't realize that there was a pattern. You know, New Year's Day, Groundhog Day, Valentine's Day, April Fool's Day, all that stuff. They didn't realize there was a pattern. So they couldn't get like Skyway Patrol or someone to lay a trap. That's
what they did for Christmas.
No.
That's exactly what they did for the Christmas one. And when Jenny returned home, Wakeman immediately contacted Skyway Patrol and was like, "Trap, she's here!" You know?
No. I meant outside of the home.
Sam, it's okay. It's a holiday special.
The reason why I'm not a big fan of the holiday special, I mean, it's not because it's like
it's either that,
the animation's bad or something. Not like that.
Forget it. It's either
logic questions that I don't like. It's because Jenny was gone for an entire year, and then nobody.
Here's the thing: we got this, and we also have a film where aliens can't get through pantry doors.
No, well, that has nothing to do with Teenage Robot, but
it could be the cluster.
No, it can't.
Oh, please give me a break already, Sam.
Because my question though about the
seas can't get
oh
my gosh, that'd be funny.
The holiday special, that's the words I'm trying to say.
Yeah,
my biggest gripe with it is that it doesn't make logical sense when you put it under scrutiny. Like, I mean, it's a cartoon series, I know, but like. She was gone for an entire year, and that's like one of those things. Like, did no one? What was Vexus doing in that entire year?
Did you just hear the rant I was doing a few seconds ago?
What were all these villains that she constantly, routinely fights on a regular basis doing for an entire year?
Yeah, it would have turned it into freaking. It would have turned the place into freaking Mad Max.
Exactly. And then my next question,
which I would definitely write for.
What not only what were they doing? What the villains were doing for a year, but
they probably were just sitting.
I'm going to tell you right now, the holiday special is one of the reasons why trying to plot out a timeline for the Teenage Robot is so difficult. It's because think about them like if we could presume that she's coming into high school as a freshman in class action. So the entire year she's gone. Did she just get like held back a year without, and then everyone else keeps going forward, or is it like, did something happen to the school, or it's one of those things where it's like it's maybe actually the holiday special as soft canon.
Maybe I kept thinking this. She probably did something to the school for graduation day.
I don't know. That's not really a holiday though,
or Labor Day or something. She could have done something.
I don't know. It's not because that's not really like a holiday.
Kind of is.
Like no one. I mean, Labor Day is a holiday. But it's not really a holiday.
Okay, what about your birthday? Does that count as a holiday?
Celebrates. It's Labor Day. Bring out the Labor Day themed decorations.
I would be. You know what? This makes. You know, actually, that if they were to do that, then they're probably like in the town from the original My Bloody Valentine, which pretty much put Valentine's Day directions all over like every single building. They painted the buildings red and all that stuff. I'm like, who celebrates Valentine's Day like this? Oh yeah, now I'm keeping. After I said that reference from Signs, I'm thinking this. I know we're going to be protected from the cluster. Why do you think so, Tuck? Because the drones can't get through pantry doors.
That's not true.
No. Just no. They seem to have trouble with pantry doors.
Well, I know, but the cluster has broken through doors before.
No, but they seem to have. They still seem to have trouble with pantry doors.
That's still not making any sense.
Trouble with cleaning up the mess when they break through the door.
They seem
They broke more doors.
they still seem to have trouble with pantry doors.
They don't have problems with pantry doors.
They seem to have trouble with pantry doors.
They don't have problems.
You're just quoting the movie. But seriously, that doesn't really apply to
doors.
it doesn't apply to the cluster itself.
The cluster has no problem with that.
Okay, I know that actually would have been funny. Like, Tuck, they can get through wooden doors. Okay, I was only trying to help.
And then
Door is made of the door is made of wood. Anything but the pantry doors. Anything but the pantry doors. That monster gonna give me nightmares.
insert
You too.
Demon Smash Ultimate. It has height.
Arcanus.
I have no idea of that. There's the holidays. Andy and Aiden Lopez, please answer, please. I have an idea. It's in the future. Jenny's friends are old and she wants to hang out with them, but they're too old. She's trying to fix that. That's a little dark, but
I write it.
That's an idea.
It'll be like that. You know, actually, maybe it'll be like that Twilight Zone episode, Kick the Can.
But like, I mean, I guess that's eventually that's a dark thing to think about. How Vex or Jenny is probably going to outlive a lot of people she knows. But I don't know. I don't know about that. That's like.
You can, Professor. You can thank me for going into the confused levels. You can thank me. If only Tuck couldn't open. If only Tuck couldn't open pantry doors. Yeah, that would have been something. If only Tuck couldn't open pantry doors. Are robots don't? Yeah, they don't. Ugh.
123 Dodo asks.
Actually, that's a good question. Robots don't take baths.
Well, no, yeah, they don't. They're robots. They don't need to take a bath. But anyway,
They're dangerous, and they stink too.
But 123 Dodo asks, who's the recent voice that got in and when? The casting call ended about a week ago.
Yeah, last week.
Just about a week ago, and we casted everyone except for 3. So about 7.
Oh my gosh, Mickey, that is all. Oh my gosh.
So we only got 3
Mickey
left.
just came up with the hilarious. Mickey just came up with a hilarious one. Imagine an episode where Tuck gets stuck in a drawer.
Well, I think that's more of a gag than an entire episode.
No, actually, no. We can make it like that. That film Buried. And then, like, he's on the phone. He's like trying. Brad,
like a more of a
where I am right now. I think I'm buried alive. Tuck, you're not buried alive. How do you know? Oh my god, that would be awesome.
Voxel Fusion. True, Jenny did have an oil bath, but I think that was more of a, I don't think that serves the same purpose as of like a human bath. I think oil baths are more like lubricating the joints and everything like that.
Oh yeah, maybe it could be like a parody of 127 hours.
Because like
that's a good example. Good thinking, Inferno.
But I guess if you want to count oil baths, robots do take baths. But I mean like in terms of water cleaning baths, that's
I do think maybe it could work. Like he does get stuck in the drawer because Tuck can somehow successfully flush himself down the toilet.
Well, then how does he?
He has a big head.
Well, then how does he get stuck in a drawer if he can flush himself down the toilet?
Exactly.
No, like that's a logic break.
Exactly.
So what's
the
point?
Big head.
What's the point?
He has a big head that can flush himself down the toilet, but somehow gets trapped in a drawer. Exactly.
But like how? That's the logic break though. That's my saying. The logic break is if he can flush himself down a toilet, and he has done that on multiple occasions throughout the series. How can he get stuck in a drawer? How does he not just easily squirm his way out?
maybe he got unconscious and he probably passed out in the drawer. He wakes up in it and doesn't know where he is.
But can't he just open the drawer?
No, he doesn't. Like, it's pitch black. He doesn't know where he is. Like, I
know. Can't he just open the drawer?
Maybe it's stuck. Maybe it's down. maybe the dresser has fallen over and he can't get out. Maybe like it toppled over. No, he didn't. Sorry, Mickey here is like killing me with this idea that yeah, Speedhog, this is Tuck we're talking about, okay? That boy in bathrooms, okay?
Let's see.
Oh god, oh my gosh, I'm like now getting
this.
sweaty. Oh my gosh, that would be awesome. Yeah. I flush myself down the toilet like anyone would. Yeah, exactly, Mickey. You got an idea flowing here. Tuck gets maybe what could we call that episode? Thinking of it. Thinking. So far, I'm thinking claustrophobia. Claustrophobic. Actually, no. Claustrophobia. Claustrophobic. Hold on.
Let's see. Hits the ground.
That would work. Claustrophobic.
No action there, just a still frame, and then it moves.
Oh my gosh, that would definitely claustrophobia. That's perfect. Claustrophobia. Claustrophobic. Well, Mickey, you got yourself an idea we can do. Actually, maybe it could work as probably as a short. Didn't we actually have thoughts of doing shorts?
Yes, we did it, but it's a matter of time.
Yeah, maybe actually, I don't think this could work as an episode, but we could do this probably as a short. Actually, I actually do think that this could work as a short. Actually, oh my god, you're giving me claustrophobia. It means he's afraid of Santa Claus. Stop it, Patrick! You scared him. Oh yeah, and he actually knows how to do like, oh yeah, and I wonder how Tuck can actually like pull off like several tricks like Tony Hawk or something on like.
And then this.
Tuck doesn't get. Oh wait, when did Jenny get stuck in a wall? When did that? What was that episode? When did she get stuck in a wall?
I don't think she ever got stuck in a wall.
Yeah, Tuck. Yeah, that does make sense. Tuck doesn't get stuck while flushing himself down the toilet, but Jenny gets stuck in a wall.
I don't. Was there ever an episode where she got stuck in a wall? She kind of has a habit of busting through walls.
Oh, missed opportunities.
Yeah, Popcalypse, when would you like to update now? And I actually got the April 2018 update.
What's that?
Windows 10 got an April 2018 update. I finally got it.
Oh, okay.
I must be something in the
and the Popcalypse would say to update now, even though you're using the Mac and all that.
Mm-hmm. Well, I've never not used a Mac. I've always had a Mac ever since I got my first computer. There follows. Satellite. To ground.
Oh my gosh.
There we go. I'll save.
I feel Jenny wouldn't get along with the Kilgore.
Yeah, Apocalypse.
I'll save.
Just said that because you heard a Windows notification. The best way to do this is actually get Windows 10 updates assistant or something like that, and it'll tell you whether or not the operating system you have for Windows 10 is.
Here's something Speedhog that said. Oh wait. Speedhog actually has something interesting. The daily life of a random student having to deal with the events of an existing episode. I think at some point we did had an idea of like doing an idea where it's actually from someone else's point of view.
Maybe, but we want to make it certain that it's still Jenny's show. You know what I mean? If not,
I would call it straight. I would. What would I call it?
That's the hard part when we're coming up with like episode set.
Right, I'm trying to find if I can. I'll see if I can find out.
There's some that focus on Brad, and I don't know if we have one that focuses on Sheldon yet.
When did she get stuck in the wall, guys? When did Jenny get stuck in the wall? Though I'm trying to find it.
I don't think there was ever a time where Jenny got stuck in the wall.
I think she did. Hold on. No, because now they're saying it's missed opportunities. I'm trying to look for it. Oh, forget it. I'll find it later. Oh my gosh, that would be.
And if there was
getting stuck in the drawer.
Anyway, what was the question? Okay, the episode focusing on different characters. The hard part about that is that you still have to make sure Jenny is in the story, or the story impacts the story in some way. Because otherwise, it's not My Life as a Teenage Robot. You're focusing on someone else. So that's the hard part about doing side character stories when the title of your episode is My Life as a Teenage Robot. It's possible, but like I said, it's got to involve Jenny in some way. It's got to impact her. The episode that takes place has to impact her life in some shape or form. Okay. Let's see.
Siding with the enemy. What do you mean is siding with the enemy? Shit.
Let's see. Questions.
So many.
Okay, Voxel Fusion, will you be retracing some episodes? Got to get some 2D reflections on.
Oh no, it's okay. I got it.
There might be a few times where we flash back to an episode that's not in our series, like from, I don't know, we want to flash back to Cluster Prime, say. We'd have to reanimate that scene from Cluster Prime because we can't just, use the same footage. We'd have to reanimate it and probably at a different camera angle to keep it spicy and to stuff like that. And re-record the dialogue. We couldn't use the same audio cues or anything like that. So, nothing about retracing, though. I don't know about tracing.
Tracing?
Inferno R55, can we maybe see an episode with a possible XJ10 prototype that was teased in the Christmas special? XJ10 is a touchy subject because, it's a possibility that we can go towards, but usually that implies that Jenny's being replaced. Because that's kind of the whole point of the XJ series, where it's like XJ1 failed prototype, XJ2 failed prototype, etc., etc., etc. XJ9 successful, and henceforth no more prototypes. So if you come out with XJ10, it kind of implies that Jenny is outmoded and is about to be replaced. And that's kind of something that's a touchy subject that I don't know if Wakeman would ever do. But that's why XJ10 is hard to do. We don't have anything planned for XJ10, just to be honest. The only 2 times that XJ10 has ever brought up is gags, visual gags. There was one time XJ10 was brought up in that sisterhood, that sisterhood thing where
sibling tsunami.
Yeah, at the very end, Wakeman's like, hey, good night, XJ10. And then everyone's like, what? He's like, kidding. And then everyone laughs. And then we got the circle zoom. But
the metal eating foot.
And then the other time we saw evidence of XJ10 as the blueprint.
Found a guy. I found a guy.
But again, that was more treated like a gag more than a serious moment like XJ10. Dun dun dun. So it's hard. It's hard to do XJ10. Both again for the fact that introducing XJ10 would be subtly hinting that Jenny is being replaced.
Hold on.
And on
Nate, I found the image of Jenny getting stuck.
The 2 times that XJ10 again, the 2 times that XJ10 has been mentioned, it was both for gags. Anyway, I'm going to get through the list because we're about to actually wrap up here. So, any more questions?
Hold on. Okay. All right, guys. I've actually found the.
Don't show it.
Shut up.
I was thinking a joke about XJ.
Really? I suck.
XJ10.
Okay.
Yeah, 123 Dodo makes a good point. Making XJ10 versus XJ9 would be like Iron Man versus another suit of him. Yeah, again, that's another problem with it too. It's an XJ series versus another XJ series.
That already
interesting. And we already got that in turncoats too. And even then, most of those fights were kind of played for gags.
Yeah, and I suck at fighting anyways. I can't even actually look evil.
80 Addison Fox. Hey, whoa, I need to know. Is Jenny an emo teen? Probably not.
No.
She's bright blue, so.
What?
An emo teen. Probably not. She's bright blue, so I wouldn't define that as emo.
No, this is getting very confusing.
Let's see. I think that wraps up all our questions. So I think we're going to wrap up the stream here, guys. We've hit our 2-hour mark. I got some storyboard stuff done on stream. That was cool. And yeah. I'll save that. If there's no more questions, we're going to wrap up here. And yeah, I think we're going to wrap up here, guys. Thanks for coming down to the stream. Have a good night. See you guys on the Discord, on the public Discord and the forums. And I think I will link the public Discord again, like I always do. Create instant invite.
And guys, remember, Tuck will somehow be stuck in that drawer.
All right, well, that remains to be seen. But this will. I'm trying to get the one where it. Where's the never expire invite? Where's that one?
Oh, sorry about that, guys.
There
My
you
mic got dead. Okay.
Copy.
I will think. All right, so Mickey, I will see if Tuck gets stuck in that drawer and see if he actually makes it out of that drawer. Does he? Not Nick. I saw that. Don't.
It's not going to happen.
Yes,
It's
it
not
will.
going to happen.
Yes.
And this one.
If Jenny could get stuck in a wall and missed opportunities, and Tuck can flush himself down the toilet,
not going to happen.
That's the point, though. If he can flush himself down the toilet,
stuck in a wall.
Wooden drawer.
Jenny got stuck in a wall and missed opportunities. So Tuck can get stuck in a drawer.
On the Discord forums. That's the public Discord link right there. And yeah, see you guys later. Thanks for coming, guys. See you next month.
Bye-bye, everybody. I'll see you on Discord, and I'll see you tonight.